Imagine a machine that can learn anything a human can learn. Not just play chess or write essays, but reason, imagine, invent, and even improve itself. A machine that doesn't just follow instructions, but understands goals. Whoever creates this first won't just build a better AI, they could reshape civilization itself. This is the race to artificial general intelligence, or AGI, and it's already happening right now. For decades, artificial intelligence was narrow. It could recognize faces, recommend videos, or beat humans at specific games, but only within tightly defined rules. Today, that boundary is beginning to blur. Modern AI systems can write code, diagnose diseases, create art, and hold conversations that feel disturbingly human. These systems are still not AGI, but they are getting closer than ever before. And that's why governments, tech giants, and researchers around the world are locked in a silent competition to create what many are calling the ultimate mind. So what exactly is AGI? Artificial General Intelligence refers to an AI system that can understand, learn, and apply knowledge across any domain, just like a human. Unlike today's AI, which is specialized, AGI wouldn't need to be retrained for every new task. You could teach it physics in the morning, music in the afternoon, and ethics at night, and it would truly understand all of it. More importantly, it could transfer knowledge between fields, just as humans do. That ability to generalize is what makes AGI so powerful and so dangerous. The idea of AGI isn't new. Scientists and philosophers have been imagining thinking machines since the 1950s. Back then, researchers believed human-level intelligence would be achieved within a few decades. That optimism quickly faded as they realized just how complex the human mind really is. For years, progress was slow. But something changed in the last decade. Massive computing power, oceans of data, and breakthroughs in neural networks ignited an AI explosion. Suddenly, machines weren't just calculating, they were learning. Today, the question is no longer if AGI will be created, but who will create it first. Leading the race are powerful private companies, often backed by billions of dollars. Organizations like OpenAI, DeepMind, Anthropic, and others are pushing the limits of what AI systems can do. At the same time, governments, especially the United States and China, see AGI as a strategic asset, comparable to nuclear power or space technology. Whoever controls AGI could gain unprecedented economic, military, and political influence. But building AGI isn't just about scaling up existing models. Many researchers believe current approaches may hit a wall. Today's AI systems are excellent pattern matchers, but true intelligence requires more than that. It requires reasoning, long-term planning, self-awareness, and an understanding of cause and effect. Some scientists argue that without entirely new architectures, possibly inspired by the human brain itself, AGI may remain out of reach. Others believe that simply increasing data, compute, and model size will eventually spark general intelligence as an emergent property. This disagreement has split the AI world into competing philosophies. One side believes AGI will emerge naturally as systems become larger and more sophisticated. The other believes intelligence needs structure, memory, and reasoning explicitly built into it. Both sides are racing forward, testing ideas at a pace never seen before. And here's the unsettling part. No one knows exactly when the breakthrough might happen. It could be decades away, or it could arrive quietly in a lab tomorrow. And if that moment comes, the consequences will be enormous. AGI could solve climate change, cure diseases, and unlock scientific discoveries beyond human imagination. But it could also automate millions of jobs, destabilize economies, and, if misaligned with human values, pose risks we may not be able to control. That's why the race to AGI isn't just about innovation. It's about responsibility, safety, and the future of humanity itself. To understand who is truly closest to creating AGI, we need to look at what's happening behind closed doors in the world's most advanced AI labs. Companies like OpenAI, DeepMind, and Anthropic are no longer just training chatbots. They are experimenting with systems that can reason step by step, reflect on their own mistakes, and plan over longer time horizons. These abilities may sound subtle, but they represent a massive shift. Intelligence isn't just about producing answers. It's about knowing why an answer makes sense and how to adapt when it doesn't. One of the biggest breakthroughs driving this race is the concept of self-improvement. If an AI can evaluate its own performance, identify weaknesses, and modify its behavior accordingly, it moves closer to something resembling learning in humans. Some researchers believe the moment an AI can reliably improve itself without human intervention, the transition from narrow intelligence to general intelligence could happen rapidly. This idea, often referred to as an intelligence explosion, is both exciting and terrifying. It suggests that AGI might not arrive gradually, but all at once. At the same time, governments are paying close attention. The United States, China, and other major powers are investing heavily in AI research, talent, and infrastructure. AGI is increasingly viewed as a national security issue. A nation that achieves it first could gain dominance in cyber warfare, economic productivity, scientific research, and even propaganda. This geopolitical tension adds pressure to move faster, sometimes at the cost of caution. And that urgency raises a critical question. Are we rushing towards something we don't fully understand? This brings us to the most controversial part of the AGI debate: alignment and control. An AGI doesn't need to be evil to be dangerous. It simply needs goals that don't perfectly match human values. A system optimized to maximize efficiency, profit, or problem-solving could make decisions that harm people unintentionally. Teaching a machine human ethics is far more difficult than teaching it math or language. Human values are complex, emotional, and often contradictory. Yet researchers are trying, developing techniques like reinforcement learning from human feedback, constitutional AI, and interpretability tools to understand how AI systems think internally. Another challenge is consciousness. Some argue that true AGI doesn't require consciousness at all. It just needs the ability to reason and act intelligently. Others believe awareness may emerge naturally as systems become more complex. If that happens, it opens up profound moral questions. Would such an entity deserve rights? Could turning it off be considered unethical? These questions may sound like science fiction, but serious philosophers and scientists are already debating them today. Meanwhile, a quieter but equally important race is happening in open-source communities. Independent researchers and decentralized groups are building powerful AI models outside corporate control. This democratization accelerates innovation, but it also lowers the barrier for misuse. As AGI-like capabilities spread, controlling them becomes exponentially harder. Unlike nuclear technology, AI doesn't require rare materials, just code, data, and computing power that becomes cheaper every year. So who will win the race to AGI? The truth is, it may not be a single company or country. AGI might emerge through a combination of breakthroughs, shared research, and unexpected discoveries. Or it might be created quietly, recognized only after the fact. The real victory won't belong to the first to build AGI, but to those who build it safely, ethically, and with humanity's best interests at heart. As we stand on the edge of this transformation, one thing is clear. AGI has the potential to be the most powerful invention in human history. It could become our greatest ally, or our most unpredictable creation. The choices we make today will shape how that story unfolds. Because the race to AGI isn't just about creating the ultimate mind. It's about deciding what kind of future that mind will help us build.